campus, and I just finished up my literature and culture class, which was so fun. It was the first introductory class, 3 hours long. I kind of like the 3-hour long classes though. It gives you a lot of knowledge and it doesn't feel as rushed as 1-hour classes, which I like. Currently, the weather, it is snowing and it is -11 degrees Celsius. It's freezing. I try to walk across to go to the public library here. No, it's too cold. It's too cold back on campus, and I'm going to do some work until 5:30ish, and then I'm gonna head home. Right now it's about 4:30, so I'm gonna do an hour work, revising my notes, looking through my class stuff, and preparing for next week's lectures. So that's where we're at. It's January 13th today. I've just spent the day doing schoolwork. It's literally all I've done, except for having lunch. And I just brought a load of wood in, which you saw. But I have to bake a chocolate cake today for my papa's birthday. He's gonna be 81. What an icon he is. Bake a cake and fold some towels and do some more schoolwork. I have a lot of reading to do for the next week, so gotta get on that. But yeah, other than that, I'm going out tonight. Rare sighting. I'm very excited. I'm meeting up with some good friends to bake some cookies. But yeah, just a casual wine night with some friends. One thing that this cold weather has when it's so cold like this is that usually always clear out because there's no clouds holding in moisture to keep it warm. It's quite pretty. I will give it that. I will say that. I do love the winter. I do love the winter and fall. I love the cold weather. I'm never one to complain about missing summer, but right now I'm missing summer just a little bit. Trying to appreciate it though. I do appreciate it. I do. Butt's gonna get frozen. I think it's around 5 o'clock right now, and I just walked to this field that's by my house. I have been feeling some anxiety the last couple of days, today especially. I've just been going through some things, some minor things, and see, it's super beautiful out. I mean, that's like, that mountain range is glorious. There. You can see it better. My jacket's missing a button, don't mind that. I actually have a family dinner tonight, so I can't talk for too long, but I brought my journal with me, and I guess I'll talk about journaling because it's something that has helped me so supremely, and it used to be something that I hated doing. I didn't hate it, but I always felt obligated to do it, and then when I didn't do it, I always felt guilty for not doing it because I wanted to do it. I've had a love-hate relationship with journaling. I think I put too much pressure on myself to journal really intensely or with a lot of pretty pens and stuff, and that just didn't work for me. So basically I've kept a journal for every single day, almost every single day of the last year, 2023. And I have to say it has helped me so immensely. It has, I think a lot of the time, there's been a few times this year where having a journal and being able to have a journal to keep has actually saved my life. And I don't say that lightly. I genuinely mean it. Sometimes there are things that feel too heavy to say out loud to yourself or to anyone else, no matter how safe they are, no matter how much you want to. And when that happens, journals can always help with that. And you don't even have to keep the entry of what you're feeling. You can burn it if you want to. That's something that's worked great for me too. But yeah, I really like to come out here whenever I'm feeling this intense and sit and admire the views and take some time to just be with myself, because when I'm at my house with my family where I currently live, even though I can be alone in my room for as long as I want, there still is a lot of energy and interruptions that don't allow me to process my feelings all the way through. So I really like to come out here when I can and just sit with myself and be still. And I know it's so important to really give space for yourself to think things through. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's a Sunday right now. It's the 14th today. Some days when I journal, I think this is the trick with journaling, is to not pressure yourself to do a big entry every single day, because that's just unrealistic. Our lives, I think you could be the most famous person in the world with the craziest schedule, and not every single day of your life is going to be interesting and intriguing and full of things to write about. And that's okay. I think for me at least, keeping just an entry where I do a few word blurb of like basic what I did in the day, even if that was as little as rotting in bed and drinking a glass of water, which there have been a few days this year that are like that. Even if it's like that, I still feel like showing all of the diversity of my experience is just as important as the good days. The bad days just go to show what I have gone through, and I don't want to forget. Even though they are hard to remember, I don't always want to forget the bad days. I want to remember them just as well, because I find that at the end of a year, if I don't journal, I don't remember what happened, and that kind of scares me. So if I can remember, and I've gotten in the habit of remembering to journal, try and journal every single night, and there's obviously been plenty of days that I've missed that year, and I still give myself grace. I don't shame myself for that, because if I make myself feel guilty for not journaling every single day, then it's just going to make me more resistant to it. So I try and avoid making myself feel bad, because there are days when you are just simply exhausted, or you're out and you just don't have access to your journal, and that's okay too. That's just as valid, and you can go back and recount that day that you missed if you wanted to in the next entry. But yeah, I don't know, it's just such a great space to journal. I think I filled out this is my second journal that I filled out for this year, and obviously I'm carrying this into the next year because I still had some space in this one, and I thought, why let a good journal go to waste? But I put this eye sticker on the front of the journal, and I felt like that was like a protective security privacy thing, because I feel like if I were to pick up this journal and I didn't know whose it was and I saw the eye, I'd be like, oh, I am definitely not going to even, like, if I didn't know what it was and I just thought it was a book, I was like, no, I'm not even going to touch that. I would never go through somebody's journal. That is something I'm so against. People who go through another person's journal without consent, what are you doing with your life? Why? That's crazy. Get some help, maybe. That's not okay. That's like so not okay. I also, at the beginning of every journal, I like do a preface. Like, I always say some crazy shit as a preface, just in case somebody comes across my journal and wants to read it and they start at the beginning. I say some crazy shit in my preface to deter them from that. And maybe one day I'll give an example of what my preface is, but just what you're thinking of, think crazier, and then add 10, and then that's probably close to what my preface is. Yeah, but I think I'm going to just sit here and do some journaling and reflecting, because the sun is obviously setting and it's so pretty, but it's freezing cold. It's in the negative degrees right now. as you can see with my breath. And I'm having a family dinner soon, so I do need to get home and journal, so that's what I'm gonna do for now. So